Hello!
Hello, everyone! Good to see you guys. How's everybody doing today?
How are you guys doing tonight? We are streaming live both on YouTube and Twitch at the moment, so hello, YouTubers. How's it feel? I don't think I've streamed on YouTube for a long time, so this is a weird feeling for me. Yeah, how are you doing, Callie? It's been a while. It's been a while, hasn't it?
It's been a minute for sure, but I'm glad to be here again, doing something cool, doing something fun here in the studio.
We are here in a non-distinct studio. I don't know. It's just a random studio we just found.
Just a random one that we found.
Yeah,
in the wild.
I'd be surprised if you guys recognize this from anywhere, because I don't know where we are right now.
Yeah, it's not like the distinct purple color gives away anything.
Or whatever that is right in the corner.
Yeah, just don't worry about it.
Don't worry about that, guys. Don't worry about it.
It's fine. I walked in and I saw some suspicious stuff, like, for example, just like Dio and like Joseph Joestar just like randomly on the ground and like a decapitated Shinobu figure. And I was like, I think I know where I am now.
I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. It's been a long time since you've been to this place. It's built up in a lot of, let's say, stuff, all right? It's not as clean as it once was, but
I can tell.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Hopefully it's good to have you back here. It's good to have you back here. And if you are just joining us, we are going to be hosting the next Manga Awards. Callie, do you want to explain what the next Manga Awards are? Sure
thing. So, the next Manga Awards, or as some people may know, Tsugimang. Tsugimang. Do you guys get what that means right there? Tsugimang. Tsugi meaning next. Manga being shortened version of, or man being shortened version of manga.
I got it. I'm Nihongo Jozu. I'm Nihongo Jozu. I got that. I got that.
Of course, with all the titles you had to read in Japanese, surely your Nihongo has gotten much more Jozu from here. But basically, it's a manga award co-sponsored by Kadokawa's Da Vinci magazine and Duango's Nico Nico.
I'm going to be honest. The first time I see the slides on my screen right now, and I read that as Da Vinci. I actually like in my mind's eye, I was just like, why is she saying Da Vinci? Oh crap. Okay.
Not surprised. I was kind of thinking the same thing, low key, but I wasn't going to say anything for the sake of professionalism.
Yes. And basically this is an awards show that is hosted every year, and this is the second year that overseas fans have been allowed to vote on the awards. So last year, you may remember, we hosted the awards at this very studio, but it wasn't my nice, lovely co-host that is sitting next to me right now. It was the rest of the Trash Taste Boys. So personally, I think that I've upgraded with co-hosts. So I'm going to have a great time hosting these awards.
Very nice of you to say. Well, I guess it is kind of wild that there's randomly like an anime girl here hosting like a manga award thing, I guess.
Yeah, we actually get an anime girl to host a manga awards about anime, just anime and manga. That seems way more on brand, in my opinion.
I'm in. I'd love to do more of this kind of stuff. So when I got the invite, I was extremely honored, and I'm very excited to be emceeing today. So
well, thank you very much for coming. And so these awards were just live streamed about like 2 hours ago. So if you are Nihongo Jozu and you watched on Nico Nico, then you probably already know who won. But this is the English version of that. So we're going to assume that you guys can't speak Japanese, or you're learning like me, or failing to learn like me, you know. And trying, you know, it's hard, you know.
Hard language, you know, Japanese.
But before we move on, I guess we should shout out today's sponsor of this entire stream.
Right.
Which is, of course, Daddy Bookwalker.
Daddy Bookwalker!
Yes.
Thank you so much, Bookwalker. You guys are the best.
Yes, Bookwalker is the the official ebook store for Kadokawa, and is an ebook store where you can buy manga, light novels, all that kind of stuff in English, you know. And a lot of the manga that we're going to be talking about today is going to be available on Bookwalker.
So if anything catches your fancy, you guys can check out some of the titles that we'll be showing you today on Bookwalker, which we highly recommend to you guys. I use the Bookwalker app, actually. That was what I used to read all of the titles that we're going to talk about today. Before I went to sleep, I would just like chill and be like, all right, which title are we reading tonight? And it was nice, honestly, scrolling through my whole new library full of brand spanking new manga I hadn't read. So
yeah, honestly, I love hosting these awards because it just gives me a good opportunity just to read a bunch of new manga that I probably wouldn't have heard of until like way later. So just by hosting these awards, I get to feel like one of those superior manga readers who is just like, I know that title. You guys are reading that title? I've read that.
But of course, yeah, finally in the cool kids club. Oh yeah, Japanese manga? Actually, I've read that before. I know exactly what you're
right off the presses here in Nihon, you know? You might not have heard of it. You might not have heard of it.
That's right. Well, how about a few more details about exactly what kind of manga gets selected in the next manga awards?
So I remember tweeting this out with you, and one of the tweets I saw is, oh, I really hope Chainsaw Man wins one of the awards. And I'm just like, my guy, okay, I get it. Chainsaw Man is about to air. Everyone's hype about it. But that's not what these awards are about.
I see.
These awards are about celebrating real up-and-coming manga. So it's not to celebrate manga that might have been already established, but it's kind of like the manga that you should be really looking out for, the ones that will probably make a name for themselves within like a year or two, you know.
Yeah, exactly. These are like right hot off the presses, you guys, like straight out of Japan. Some of these titles came out literally like a month ago, or at least in print.
Yeah.
Or like this year, and there's so many more incredible stories that are like making their way over, and it's like looking at the past winners, for example, which we will see a little bit of that shortly. It really makes me wonder like what this year is going to really pop off in the future, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And these are so hot off the presses that some of them aren't even like officially translated in English yet. So some of them you can't even buy officially yet, you know. So like I believe what are the categories? Sorry, not the categories. Web and print? No, web and print, that's it. So there are two categories. There's one that's web, and there's one that's print. Now, just because a manga is in the web category does not mean that you're not going to be able to buy it physically. But what it does mean is that at some point in time, it probably started off being a web-published manga only. And the print-published manga are ones that maybe started in a physical magazine that are now available also in physical volumes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And only titles currently serializing in Japan with no more than 5 volumes can be selected, and both nominees and winners are chosen via fan votes, you guys.
Yeah. So if you have anything to complain about, then you should have voted. What can I say, guys?
Exactly.
See, that's what I love about fan-voted award shows is that if the fans are salty, they can only blame themselves, you know?
Exactly. Got no one to blame but you. You guys should have been there.
Exactly.
Well then, how about we go ahead and take a look at some of the past titles that have been won or nominated for this award so far, shall we?
Yeah, so you might recognize some of these. So let's start with 2018. What do you see there, Callie?
Let's see. One moment, please. Let's see. Choto a minute. We're having
a minute. We have some technical difficulties behind the scenes.
This one. It's okay. I got it.
We got it.
Streamer extraordinaire is here to save the day. 1 second.
This is great. This is why I love hosting. I'll just let the people behind the scenes sort out all the technical difficulties because I can't actually see what's being streamed right now. So I'm like, hey, great. Let's talk about manga.
Grand old studio mode is here to save the day as per the usual. We love studio mode.
Is that what they're seeing right now? Yo, let me read chat. How's you see chat? Actually, I got chat. Okay, so this is being streamed on my Twitch channel and Callie's YouTube channel. So we've got 2 separate chats going on. So we can't actually like refer to chat because I could be talking to my own chat and Callie's stream will just be like, who's this Gant talking to? Who's this Gigok talking to? Should probably actually introduce myself actually. Hi Callie stream. I completely forgot because I just assumed that I was like streaming to my own Twitch channel. So I was like, wait a minute, I should probably do an intro. Hi, my name's Gant, aka Gigok. I do anime/manga reviews on YouTube, and I also have a podcast called Trash Taste, where we talk about anime.
He's a flesh tuber, basically.
This is my flesh tube model, guys.
Yeah, so maybe my my YouTube fans are not so used to seeing one of the human beings on the screen.
Yeah. Do you want to introduce yourself to my stream as well? Just in case there's anyone in my stream. You should already know.
You should already know because you guys see me around you every day, just walking a couple steps behind you. I'm Death. I'm the Grim Reaper, basically. So my name is Calliope Mori, and I'm a VTuber. I do a lot of music. I do like various stuff, though. I don't really kind of stick to one genre. I like to make a lot of different kinds of music, and I like to stream a lot as well. I do live concerts, and I'm currently making an album, etc. I'm with Universal, and I'm living my dream here in Japan as a VTuber making music and streaming with people that I like and having a lot of fun. So thank you so much.
Your intro is so much better than mine. I'm so jealous.
No, if anything, it was overbearing.
God damn it!
I gotta shorten it, honestly. I do a lot of things. I'm always very busy, but you know what I'm not too busy for? Enjoying some manga. Just on the daily or before I go to sleep, you know, after the doldrums of a hard day of streaming and doing what I love for my living, I get to relax in bed and just read some manga. And so I'm excited for this. Super hype.
Are we ready to show off the last year's winners or past winners now?
Yeah, we should.
Okay, let's go on to the next slide, guys.
Here we go. Oh, I recognize some of these.
Yeah, so do you want to read some of them out for us?
Sure thing. Hey guys, do you guys remember what manga or what anime I listed as being one of my favorites during my debut stream? Dr. Stone.
Ooh.
Dr. Stone is here as the print #2 winner of 2018, and some of you may be familiar with The Way of the House Husband.
I love it. I love Way of the House Husband. One of the best comedy manga to release in recent years, honestly. But honestly, like looking at 2019, now 2019, that's where these are some real bangers right here. Okay, we got Spy Family. Do you say Spy Family or Spy X Family?
I say Spy Family just because it's easier to leave out the X, kind of lengthy, you know.
One time, this is going a bit off topic, tangent. Hello, welcome. I'm gone. I was hanging out with someone, and they called it. Oh yeah, I was watching this show called Spy Times Family, and I'm like, what? What did you just say? Repeat what you just said.
Oh, spy multiplied by family?
Yeah, how to spot a serial killer, basically.
What a psychopath.
But yeah, in 2019, Spy X Family won #1 in the Web Awards. Yeah. And as I just talked about it, Chainsaw Man won #2 in the Print Award. So these are some pretty big names, but that's not all. That's not all. Let's go to some of last year's winners as well.
Let's check it out. What do we have for past winners? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm seeing as a reoccurring theme here? A lot of these have anime made of them.
Exactly. So it's highly likely that whatever you see now or whatever's going to win this year, you're probably going to see an anime of it. So in 2020, we have Shikimori-san's Not Just a Cutie. We have Call of the Night. And in 2021, if you watch last year's awards, we have Oshinoko. And we have Freeren, I believe. And if you're a viewer of my channel, you should definitely be familiar with some of these titles because I've made a video on 3 of these titles.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I mean, Call of the Night is airing right now, which I highly recommend because it's one of my favorite anime that's airing this season. And I believe Oshinoko has has an anime that's been announced. Don't know when that's coming out, but I'm really, really excited for that one because that's like, I discovered Oshinoko from last year's manga awards, and now I've read it and I'm a fan, and seeing it made into an anime. This is what I understand what manga readers feel like now, where they follow a manga and it gets an anime. I feel that sense of pride. You know,
yeah.
I get it.
Sheer unstoppable excitement, right? Ah, that's so cool.
Exactly.
That's kind of how I felt about Dr. Stone, to be honest. So,
oh, you're a Dr. Stone fan even before the anime started.
Yeah,
right?
I had read the manga before. So
this girl,
good, honestly. Oh man. So you know what? Who knows what we're gonna see today that may eventually turn into an anime? And let me tell you what, some of these winners I need to see animated.
Yeah, actually, before we announced the winners, so we were asked to, we got the spoilers. We got the list of who won, and we got asked to read basically as many titles as possible so we can talk about it on this stream. Did you enjoy your time reading all the titles?
There were some that I had like a hard time understanding because of the Japanese. Now, hear me out. It depends on the level of like who the core audience is. For example, if you got something that's like very adult or like very science fiction-y, then there are going to be a lot of words that, like, I don't understand. So I had to pull out the old G-shell occasionally. But there were some where I was extremely surprised how much I was able to understand without having to pull out a dictionary, and also just through the art of show, don't tell. Right? Which is another great mark of just a fantastic manga, is when you can tell what's going on without needing 100% of the dialogue. And it just made me more excited to like actually get a chance to read the English translations when they do officially come out. So honestly, I had a great time. There were some that I thought were good, and there were some that I just absolutely fell in love with. So I am excited to talk about them today.
So that's, I'm glad you're way more Nihongo Jozu than me, because I tried reading some of the Japanese only releases and I didn't get that far in many of them, because most of them was just spent at like one line every hour or something like that. And then if I was just lazy, I would just take out Google Translate and be like, okay, that's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. Having said that though, even though I've only read some of the, like a few chapters of the Japanese only releases, I was so impressed with some of them. And I can't wait to reread them in officially translated English as well. And I read basically most of like the English translated ones. And guys, there are some real bangers in here. And I'm not just saying that because this is an award show. There are actually like genuinely, again, these are some titles that you should definitely look out for.
100%. I wasn't expecting to have as much fun as I did, but oh man, like it ended up being quite the fun ride. So I hope you guys will get excited about these awards.
Yeah.
Man, I wonder, shall we begin?
Yeah, let's just jump right into it. So are we starting with the web nominees or the?
It would appear so. Yes,
okay,
it does look like we're starting with web mom.
Okay. So give me a countdown, because I got the. Have we changed over?
All right.
Okay.
I'll do it for you.
All right.
My incredible MC voice. Here we
All
go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So number 3 for the web division is Magie Lumiere. I believe that's how you pronounce it. This is upside down.
Sasuga guard.
Yeah, this is Magie Lumiere. Magie Lumiere. That's how you pronounce it, right? So we have Bookwalker stuff in the background as well, just to fact check everything we say, unlike my own podcast. And yeah, this is basically, so the basic plot of this manga, it's a magical girl manga, okay? But you know how this recent trend of magical girls have been not magical girls, but like tragical girls? Do you know what I'm talking about?
100%. Like, like Nantonak, yes, somehow I understand.
Yeah, like, I don't know, like, we had like the Sailor Moon era, the Cardcaptor Sakura era, and then like Madoka just completely changed what a magical girl was. You know, Madoka was just like took all the tropes of magical girls and just kind of like flipped on his head. And then every magical girl show became Madoka. So this is like a new take on the magical girl genre that's not a Madoka spin-off, or not spin-off, sorry, not a Madoka ripoff. But basically what it is magical girls mixed in with the corporate world. So in this world, right, there are monsters and there are things that kind of like kaiju. There are monsters that appear in the world, but instead of having like a superhero or superhero to take care of them, people hire magical girls to take care of them. And there are magical girl agencies that get hired to vanquish these monsters. And it's basically it's kind of like a satire of the magical girl genre, and also a satire of corporate Japan life as well. Because, okay, here's one scene I really liked, right? Here's one scene that hit a bit too close to home for me. So in like one of the opening scenes, an office, a corporate Japanese office, gets attacked by a monster. And they have to call in a magical girl. Now, this monster ends up being more powerful than anticipated. So the magical girl needs help in order to vanquish this monster. Now, she has an app on an iPad that controls one of her weapons, right? And she asks one of the office worker, please, we are in a life-death situation. Please, can you help me operate this iPad? Just press a few buttons to upgrade this weapon in order to help me kill this monster. I'm about to die. And the two office workers look at each other and was just like, Do we have permission? Can we ask for? Can we ask upper management for permission in order to operate this iPad? And I'm just like, oh my god. Oh my god,
Sounds
this is
like being a VTuber, to be honest.
I know, right? I know. But it's a really, really good satire, and I really like it. It's a really original take on the magical girl genre. So you have two main girls. One is a girl who tried to look for a job and happened to be in this office when the monster is being vanquished and when everyone else was asking for permission, this Giga Chad just went ahead and did it without permission. And that's how she got her first job at an independent magical girl agency. That's basically the premise of this. And yeah, I see you have some little facts that we've been given as well, Callie.
Well, apparently the concept came from a joke between the authors saying, wouldn't it be funny if magical girls were structured corporately and the president of said company was just a cross-dressing older dude in a magical girl cosplay? Quote, end quote. It's not my quote. Somebody else said that.
Yeah, I like...
These are not official, by the way.
These are not official.
This is what's on the slide.
Thank you very much, Bookwalker staff, for that.
We researched it. We researched it.
Okay.
But yeah, this has 3 volumes in Japanese and 40 chapters in English on Manga Plus, if you guys want to check it out.
So that's how you know not everything here is like completely like hashtag ad. Not every title we talk about is available on Bookwalker. This is also available on Manga Plus. So if you want to read this one, you can go ahead and read it on Manga Plus. Shall we go on to number 2 of the web category?
I'm ready. Let's go.
All right. Give us a countdown.
Okay, I got us 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go!
Dun dun dun! This is You and I Are Polar Opposites. And yeah, like I said, these are all like web. These all started off at web print, but now they are available in physical print here in Japan. So I'm hoping you guys can also get this physically abroad as well. But again, this is also one that is on Manga Plus, and this one's kind of a bit more simple. I mean, this is just a nice, wholesome romance, and it's about a guy and a girl, obviously, who like each other, and then they end up dating. But here's the twist. Okay, here's the big twist. They confess in chapter 1.
Yeah, exactly. I read that and I was like, bro.
Oh, you read this one as well?
Oh yeah, I read all of them.
Oh my god, this one. I think the one that makes this one stand out the most is that the chemistry between the two leads is just really, really good, right?
It reminds me of like those memes on Twitter that are like about relationship dynamics and stuff like that.
Oh my god, there's this one scene that actually made me like. The one scene that sold me was, I think it was like in chapter 2 or something, where the girl is, okay, so to explain the relationship dynamic, the girl is a bit more, outgoing, she's a bit more energetic, and then the guy is, surprise, surprise, kind of like the polar opposite, where he's like very quiet, he's more stern, he's very serious. So it plays on that dynamic, and so in the second chapter, they go on a date together. And the girl's like really flustered, trying to figure out what the guy's thinking. Does he really like me? Is he just dating me because he's bored or something? I don't know what he's thinking. And then the guy like Googles something, and then on his Google search history, the top search is, how do I talk to my girlfriend? And that was just like one of the cutest little sweet moments, and that just immediately sold me on the dynamic between the two mains.
I love that so much. I mean, I guess it makes sense. It happened so early on in the first place. A lot of people seem to be comparing it to My Dress Up Darling for the similarities.
I can see it. I can see it. Except they actually confessed, Yeah. They actually confessed. Right
out the gate. They're like, this is what you're getting. And the story is about what happens afterward. Which I think is neat because, since a lot of romance manga are like leading up to the confession, it's like you kind of have this feeling of, all right, so what happens next? If the big, crazy climactical thing happened, what can we expect after that? you know?
Yeah, and yeah, I think, you know, there's not really much to say about the plot. It's just a really, really nice, wholesome romance. I can really see this getting an anime. You know, it's going to be one of those anime of the season where it gets animated, and if you just want a nice dose of wholesomeness, then this is just going to be the show you watch or the manga you read. So yeah, highly recommend this one.
I like. Good.
Yes.
Girl cute. Boy stoic. I like it. I like it. Shall we go on to the winner?
Oh, okay. The winner.
Number one, the grand
number
prize,
one.
number one web manga category. First place winner is, drum roll please. 3, 2, 1.
Woo!
Behind the Supermarket, Smoking with You. Unofficial title.
Yeah, that's this. So this is one that's not available in English right now. This is only available in Japanese. But what's the Japanese name again?
It came out like literally a week ago. The Japanese name is Supa no Ushiro Ura de Ya ni futari desu. ごめんね。
日本語上手。
ちょっと読みにくいこれ。When I first read this title and I tried to translate it by myself without knowing what the unofficial title was,
yeah.
I wrote it down in my notes as 2 people smoking cigs behind the supermarket. That's what I wrote it as, just because of like the sort of slang used here, I guess. But it doesn't have like an official English title yet.
Yeah.
It literally was released, the first volume in Japanese was released August 25th. Right, and it's a romance slice of life seinen story, which went on viral after the author posted the first chapter on Twitter with 2.5 million plus likes.
Sheesh!
Yes, it was born out of a short story test assignment from the author's editor. So basically, in this story, we've got this Mr. Salaryman guy, salaryman dude named let's see. What's his name again? Sasaki. Okay. And he really is just living that salaryman grind set life. He seems kind of like
is a salaryman on the grind set lifestyle.
I mean, listen, there are a lot of these dudes in Japan working their asses off as salarymen, you know. It's hard, it's rough, and
they are on a grind set lifestyle.
They're on a grind set, man. It's tough, and really kind of the only thing that like really makes him like happy these days is just smoking a cigarette, you know, to just release the tension. And there's this cute supermarket clerk named Miss Yamada, and she's very energetic and sweet, and he always looks forward to seeing her at the supermarket, but one day she's not there, so he goes out to smoke his little cigarette, and he meets this eccentrically, quote unquote, eccentrically, I think she's dressed like normally and cute, but eccentrically dressed.
Is that what the synopsis says? Eccentrically dressed.
Eccentrically dressed. Well, that was the synopsis I found online. But
she's just got drip. Is that eccentric? Just to have drip? She's just dressed nicely. Yeah.
Her name is Tamaya-san. Tayama. I'm always bad with these names. Tayama-san, and she's cute. She's got kind of an eccentric personality. She too enjoys smoking a cigarette behind the supermarket. Yeah. And it's just a very, I want to say there's like an air of realism to it, but like also this is every salaryman's fantasy, I think. Like, to be completely straight with you, almost every salaryman in Japan is like, I think, fantasizing about this sort of situation. So I can see why it's so popular.
Yeah. Are we allowed to show images inside the manga, by the way? A little bit? All right. So yeah, this is how they meet, basically. I don't know how well we can see this on camera, but I mean, I read like the first 2 chapters of this very, very slowly with the help of Google Translate.
Right.
And I'm like, damn. All right. I kind of like this girl. She got attitude, man. She definitely got attitude. I love her design. She's like kind of like, you know, kind of like the biker girl. And I've got a thing for, like, you know, bad girls, you know, who doesn't, right?
Right.
But then it turns out that she's also the same person as the same person behind the counter as well, isn't it? Or did I misunderstand that?
We don't know.
Okay.
It's up to you. It's basically up to you to kind of discern for yourself, but
Right. Okay.
Is it that way? I don't know. Guess you'll have to read to find out. You'll have to read to find out. But I don't know. I really liked the slight like air of realism that this had to it. I really like the moments where like she kind of whispers in his ear and gets all close up to him. Because I just think to myself, yeah, this is nice, you know? Sometimes I wish that I could just walk behind a supermarket and have like a cute biker girl just whisper in my ear, you know? Everyone's dream.
Yeah, I mean,
don't
like...
you lie to me, you guys. I know that that's what you're thinking about.
Yeah, I mean, like, this was just like, this is one of those mangas with just like really short chapters. So you can read chapters really, really fast. And it's just a nice little like slice of life. It wasn't really that plot heavy from what I remember, from what I read. It's just a dude chilling with a girl. Kind of reminded me of a Call of the Night a bit, you know? Because this manga is just pure vibes. You know, that's kind of what I get from this manga. You're just vibing with these two people hanging out, having a cigarette. It's not that we condone that or anything like that.
Yeah,
of course.
Exactly. Just like some fun little short stories about my dude's life as a salaryman and, you know, talking about it with a cool chick behind a supermarket. You know what? There's something about that that's just kind of cut dry and simple that I think is nice and can really kind of soothe the soul in like the doldrums of regular everyday life. So like I said, I can really see why this resonated with a lot of readers deep in their heart, and they chose it to be #1.
Yeah, kind of gave me like a really like comfy feeling reading this, you know? Like I think this is the perfect manga just to read before you go to bed, because it really just like relaxes you, really like chills you out, and just like, you know, gets you in like a nice, comfortable mood.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
It's a vibe, all right.
So, those were the 3 winners.
Congrats, everyone! Yay! And thank you so much to everybody who voted as well. Your votes do count. So. Yeah,
definitely go check all of these out. This one, what's this one called again? What's the Behind the Supermarket? Smoking with You. Definitely check this one out when it gets released in English, guys. Highly recommend it. Out of these 3, my favorite one was probably the Magical Girl one.
Me too.
I thought that one was a really, really, like, I thought it was a cool concept.
It's a creative take.
It is really creative. And I'm like, oh my God, a Magical Girl show that's original and not just Madoka?
No
Hell
way.
Yeah. Sign me up. Sign me up.
Let's go. Yeah. So shall we move on to the print manga category?
Yes, let's do it.
All right, let's go. So first we'll be announcing the 3rd place winner. Are you guys ready? Drum roll, please. Bum, 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 bum. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Huzzah!
Woo! Look at that. Look at that.
Akane Banashi!
Yes, yes. So this is also being published on Manga Plus right now. And honestly, I have really, really high hopes for this one. I really, really enjoyed this one. Did you read this one?
I did, and I absolutely freaking adored it. I loved the facial expressions in this freaking manga.
I knew as soon as, like, I didn't even need to read the manga. I just saw this cover, and I saw this girl, and I saw, like, you know when a girl just has, like, the right amount of attitude? She's the main character, by the way, and I'm like, I'm going to like this protagonist. I'm really going to like this protagonist.
100%.
Yeah, so basically, just to give a synopsis of what this manga is about, it's a manga about, what's it called again?
Rakugo.
Rakugo, that's it. I had my notes here. I was like, damn, the word is escaping right now. It's a manga about Rakugo. Did you know what Rakugo was before reading this manga, or did you already knew what it was?
Yes, I love Rakugo because whenever I turn on the television and watch Japanese TV, there's some program on about Rakugo, and they're like 3 dudes like sitting on their cushions and like competing and that kind of thing, or like just doing Rakugo, and I just think it's the coolest, like most awesome thing ever.
Yeah, like the best way I can describe Rakugo, because it's a very Japanese thing. Imagine like stand-up comedy, except you have to sit down in a very strict place, and the only prop you have is a fan. So it's basically like you take stand-up comedy, but you nerf it. But then, like, what makes it so amazing, and what makes it such a beautiful piece of art, is that even though it's so restrictive, and you're so restricted in what you can do, the Rakugo performers have a very unique way and like their own way to portray and tell stories and portray different characters. And the way they can portray so much with so little is just absolutely amazing and impressive. And that's kind of what this story is about. So the main character is the daughter of like a guy who's an aspiring Rakugo performer. And he wants to get the highest achievement a Rakugo performer can get. And then for some reason, everyone at his school gets expelled at the exam. And it's not explained why. And she, being powered by the power of pure salt, decides to become a Rakugo performer herself.
Legend.
And so, of course, shonen style, she aims to be the best Rakugo performer of all time. And this is just kind of her journey in that.
And she kicks behind. I gotta censor my words there, but she's so cool. The way that her expressions and whatnot, the way that she can like portray the different characters that she tries to talk about, and the stories and that kind of thing. And the art itself kind of changes too during those bits where there's an actual story being told to like kind of a more traditional like painterly sort of calligraphy style of artwork. And I think that that's really neat too, that they also show the stories that are being told by the Rakugo performers.
Yeah, well, I think one thing I found really impressive about this manga is how they portrayed the Rakugo performances. Because, like, you know how in anime they like to really exaggerate things and really give like some kind of visual metaphor whenever they're doing something like really grand and extreme. So I thought that during the Rakugo performances, they really exaggerated the different characters that are being portrayed in the story. And I thought, wow, this is really impressive. There's no way that, you know, this is accurate to real life. And it's so weird because after reading this manga, I actually like went on Google and, you know, watched a bunch of Rakugo performances because I was actually, this manga genuinely made me interested. And it was so accurate to the energy I was feeling from watching IRL Rakugo performances that it was just insane. One, insane that a manga can capture the energy that well, and two, the fact that these Rakugo performers were so talented that they could exude these kinds of different energies and different characters while sitting completely still and just changing some subtle mannerisms and everything like that.
Really neat. And it's interesting that you say that because it was actually monitored by a real Rakugo performer, since real Rakugo stories are used throughout the story. So they had an actual professional come in to help out. So
yeah, I was wondering because when they were judging each Rakugo performances, each Rakugo performer like has their own like story to tell, but it's like a Rakugo story that's been told many times, but how they get judged is that they can take their own creative liberties with it and everything like that, which I found interesting because I thought they were just making this shit up on the spot.
Yeah, true enough. I mean, it's very believable, you know, so.
Yeah, in terms of like Shonen Jump, this one very much reminds me of Act Age. Like there's the only other Rakugo kind of anime I can think of is Rakugo Shinju. And this one's kind of like a mix between that and Act Age, but we don't talk about Act Age. This is the nice spiritual successor, since that one's out the window now.
Gotcha. Well, I hope you guys get a chance to read it because it does have 27 chapters in English on Manga Plus. So go check it out, you guys. And there are currently 2 volumes in Japanese as well, and it's in Weekly Shonen Sunday.
Yeah.
It's February 2022. So I'm looking forward to seeing big things from this manga.
Yeah, and that was number 3, and that was already
only
so impressive.
3?
Yeah, that was only number 3.
That's a tough one to beat, in my opinion.
Yeah, I was reading that. I was like, this is number 3?
No
this
way.
one? Oh. God damn, okay.
I guess we better find out what number 2 is, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, drum roll, please. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The second place winner is Witch Watch! Yay!
Woo!
Witch Watch!
So, unfortunately, this is one of the ones that I didn't get a chance to read because I ran out of time, but you read this one, didn't you?
I did, and I loved it. I adored
did you?
it. Gosh,
Okay.
it's so cute. Because when I opened up this manga, I wasn't sure, like, is this going to be like a shoujo manga? Or, like, is it going to cater more towards people that like cute girls or cute guys? And the answer is both. The answer is everyone can enjoy Witch Watch. Because, gosh, the main character is so darn cute. I love every character in this manga because the situations that they go through in their lives are like fantastical and whimsical, and it's full of fantasy, but it's also full of real life as well. It's just a perfect blend of the two, I would say. So basically, the series focuses on the main character whose name is Nico, and she's a teenage witch. And after completing her magical training, she moves into the house of her childhood friend and longtime crush, Morihito.
Ooh.
But the thing about Morihito is that he's a human-looking ogre, with the intention of making him her familiar in the hopes that this will help them become a couple. Ooh,
this is an ogre.
Nice
this guy's an ogre.
That ikemen on the page right
God,
there.
if this guy's an ogre, what am I? Jesus Christ! Oh my God.
Oh Lord. Ooh. Ooh. I mean, I get what you're saying though. Like that dude is, I mean, this is a good looking dude, I guess. And basically, so as the story goes along, they find themselves dealing with lots of various supernatural and legendary beings and whatnot that they encounter in their day-to-day. And they try to solve all the weird, unpredictable problems that Nico's magic causes. Like,
right.
There's some interesting stuff that occurs throughout the manga that like is very silly. There's a lot of like kind of slapstick funny stuff. Like the accidental enlargement of like their body parts in the classroom.
I'm sorry?
You just gotta read it. No, there's nothing weird. It's like I said, all ages can enjoy this. But
would you like to expand? And I'm not talking about that kind of expansion.
No, I'm just saying that was a scene that made me laugh super hard because it was just so silly.
Okay.
It was just silly, but something that made me also really excited when I like did some more research into this was that it's the same author of Sket Dance, Sketto Dance.
Oh, is it? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I freaking love Sket Dance. I know that like I never knew how many people like knew about Sket Dance, but like
yeah.
Randomly it was recommended to me by a Japanese friend, and like I freaking love that anime so much. So I got excited when I figured out it was the same author.
Right. But he's also the same author of Astra, Lost in Space,
Yeah,
which if you know that, I think it's a very, very underrated manga. But like, I feel like it's totally different vibes to this one because Astra, Lost in Space is... It's basically space Among Us. No, wait. Among Us is in space. Damn. It's just... Among Us. I can't. Among Us lost in space. I don't know how to describe it now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But one thing that I really did like notice, like particularly that like leapt out at me about this manga is that it seriously can just be enjoyed by everyone because everyone's cute, everyone's likable, it's silly, the characters are relatable, and just like they get into such funny little situations that you can't help but like root for them, you know? And also, I think Nico has like a really cute witch fashion. She dresses like an urban witch, but like not too urban.
Yeah, you can see on this cover here. Damn, like I love her aesthetic. I love her looks.
What a cutie.
Have you noticed this trend recently where manga characters and anime characters actually give a crap about what they wear?
Yeah.
Yeah, like remember like in the good old days, or not even the good old days. Remember in the old days where you just have every character would just have one outfit and that was it. Mm-hmm. And now people and characters actually like change what they wear. Chapter to chapter, and they actually
had like a list of all of like Nico's different dresses and stuff like that she wears. Like it's out, and it's like in the back of the manga. They like have them like all like laid out, I guess, her different dresses and stuff like that, which I thought was neat. I was like, wow, that's cool that you actually switch outfits. Sick.
Yeah, that just makes me being a manga author even harder though, because now they actually have to care about fashion.
Exactly.
They have to research that stuff.
Yeah, precisely.
But that was number 2.
Yes.
And I'm sure you guys are very excited to find out what's number one in the print manga category.
I wonder, I heard you talking a lot about this one, actually.
Yeah, okay.
I know you're excited about
I am excited to talk about this one.
Let's get a drum roll. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What could it be?
Dun dun dun! This is Medalist. Is it The Medalist or Medalist? It's Medalist. Yeah, honestly, this is without doubt the best thing I read, and this is highly deserving of the best manga award this year in the print category, because I've read this, and when you read something that isn't necessarily original, but everything's just done as good as it can be. This is an example of that. So this is basically a sports manga. And before, don't switch off yet, weeps. Don't switch off. I swear I'm going somewhere with this. It is kind of like a figure skating manga, which I know a lot of people might not be too interested in, but it's got some of the best character writing I've seen in a long time. So what this story is about? So it's about two characters. One of them's a guy, and one of them's a girl, right? And so the guy is basically a figure skater who tried to skate for the Olympics, but kind of like fell flat at the last hurdle. And part of the reason was because he started figure skating way too late in life, right? And so he's just trying to make ends meet. And so he decides to join an agency as a coach. Now, this girl, this little sweet little girl, also wants to be a figure skater. But she is also like, for her age, even though she's still a child, she's still a kid. In her age, it's seen as still very late to like start joining figure skating as like profession or as like a real like serious, you know, a real serious figure skater. And so what makes this manga so good is just the character writing between the guy and the girl, right? Because what impressed me was the girl, her entire life has been told that she's like useless. She doesn't really have many skills. Even her mum has lost faith in her. So even though she says, I want to be a figure skater, everyone around her is just like, you're too old. Her mum's like, you know, your sister was a figure skater and that went nowhere. So we'll let you like just play around, but I don't know if I really support you or anything like that. So it's just basically seeing her journey because she discovers him as a coach. It's seeing her journey just becoming an amazing figure skater. And I know that sounds cheesy and I know that sounds standard, but it gets you invested so incredibly fast to the point where I actually cried. I actually cried reading this manga. No joke. I cried because what made me cry is that it made me, reading this manga made me feel like a proud father. Okay.
Oh, Mr. Garn.
Yeah, honestly, I was just my maternal instincts kicked in, and I didn't even know I had maternal instincts. I'm like, what the hell is this? But just when there's this one scene in the manga, without spoiling what happens, there's this one scene where the girl in this manga does something that surprises everyone, and it just filled me up with an immense like proudness, like it was my own daughter, like she was my own daughter, and I wanted to just go up there and hug her and just tell her I'm proud of her. After everything that she's been through, I wanted to say, I'm so proud of you. I can see how hard you've been working. Everything's paid off. And that scene, just like, I'm getting goosebumps just talking about that.
Oh, man.
Just talking about that
made
scene.
An impression on you.
Yeah. Like it literally did get me that emotional because one thing I think this manga is different than any other manga I've read is that it gives a complexity to writing children, if that makes sense. You know how like you watch an anime and sometimes the children characters are either too stupid or way too smart.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
No good balance.
Yeah, exactly. They're either just babies with like 0 IQ or somehow they're talking like poets and they have like 500 IQ or something like that.
Lord.
Talking about you, Promised Neverland, you know.
Oh, just
Even though I like Promised Neverland, I'm just like, these are way too smart to be children. But this strikes the perfect balance of writing kids like they're kids, but still giving them a complexity that makes them seem way more mature than adults think they are. And I think that's really realistic because these kids are more mature than they may seem, but that's just because I think a lot of us adults looking down on children, we end up getting surprised at how mature they really are when we actually start talking to them. And yeah, honestly, this is amazing. This is amazing. I read the first 2 volumes and I'm completely hooked. I'm here for the journey, and I just wish the best for the little girl. Okay, I just hope she succeeds in life. And
really awesome,
yeah, it's great. It's wholesome.
Well, you've convinced me because this is actually probably the only one I didn't read. So now I'm gonna go check it out because guess what, guys? 4 volumes in English on Bookwalker.
Yeah, this one is available on Bookwalker. So yeah, the first 4 volumes are available there. Yeah, like I said, if you're gonna check out, if I was to pick one title to check out out of everything that we're talking about today, this is the one I would recommend.
Well, I do want to say that you guys, if you do want to go check out Bookwalker, I have a coupon code, so you can basically start off reading this manga on the cheap. That is highly recommended by Mr. Giguk Garnt, the guy that is right over here.
I know people are going to start like spamming hashtag ad. I swear to God, guys, I swear to God, I'm not saying this because it's
a thing.
God, look, this one for a reason, okay? This one for a reason. It got first place for a reason. It's not just me. You guys voted for it as well. People in Japan voted for it. There's a reason this won, okay? This is just a coincidence. I swear to God.
All right. Well, in that case, I'm going to take this moment to go ahead and piggyback off of your misery and say use code Callie on Bookwalker to get 500 JP off on
Bro,
your
why would you do this
purchase.
to me?
Second purchase. 600, sorry. Oops. 600 yen, that's a lot of money. That's $5, yo. $5.
Yeah, see, I believe in this manga so much, I gave her the coupon code.
Thank you.
Use her coupon code,
Use
not
it on
mine.
Medalist.
Not mine. Use her one. Use her
Use
one.
it on Medalist, guys, okay?
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Well, you guys got to check it out then.
Bookwalker staff, may I have more water, please?
No. Don't give him any.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah, and those were like the main winners for that. Those were the winners that were just kind of announced in Japan.
Right.
So I guess no more spoilers, but we have a few more winners as well.
We sure do, you
because
guys.
the next categories are the global winners. So as you know, this was the second year that this award allowed global users to vote on the next manga awards. And they had categories for people all around the world as well. So these are the ones that you guys voted for. If you're in a country that isn't Japan, thank you very much.
Precisely. Yep. So this time we have 2 global special prizes to announce.
Yes.
We will have, as I'm reading here, Global Special Prize, open parentheses, Traditional Chinese Edition, close parentheses, and a prize called Global Special Prize, open parentheses, English Edition, close parentheses.
Yes.
Those are the names of the awards, you guys. So, first up, I will be announcing the award for Traditional Chinese Edition that you fans chose. What could it be? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Woo!
The summer Hikaru died. Wow, sounds like a whole bundle of joy for the whole family to enjoy, except maybe not, because this is a horror story.
Is this a horror story? This is one I didn't read, actually.
Yes, this is a horror story. So the genre described here for this manga is horror / boys love / supernatural. 1 volume published in Japanese, and it went viral on Twitter after posting concept illustrations, and on TikTok, fans used the voice comic audio for cosplay videos, and it's been compared a lot to the Junji Ito style. Now, I didn't believe this when I started off, like, looking at, the slide for this, like, all right, Junji Ito, let's go see. Opened up the manga, started reading, and then I kind of thought to myself, I kind of see it a little bit, I kind of see it.
So, okay, so... Is this a boys love manga?
It is.
Okay.
It is. It is officially described as a boys love manga, and basically the plot of the story is it's something that I haven't actually seen anywhere, I think. So basically the deal is there's this kid named Hikaru. You see him on the cover there. He's the white-haired boy. So you know what happens to him. He dies. Or at least that's what we're supposing, right?
Right.
See, the thing is,
God.
he's got a buddy who's been best friends with him since they were children. His name is Yoshiki, and he starts noticing something is off with Hikaru after he disappeared into a forest. So the more they spend time together, the more convinced Yoshiki becomes that something else has taken over his best friend's body. But he still manages to convince himself that it's still better off than not being able to be by Hikaru's side at all. So, while a series of mysterious deaths threatens the village, Yoshiki must decide if he can fully accept the unknown creature that claims to be his best friend. And there's some spooky moments here where you like really, really get it. They're like, oh, Hikaru's probably dead, because that's definitely not Hikaru. But
yeah.
Yoshiki's like, man, still my buddy, right?
I was just flipping through this as you were talking, and I've not seen such a dichotomy of some completely horrific panels, and then I turn the page and I'm like, oh, this is getting pretty hot right now. This is getting pretty spicy right now. I don't think I can show you guys what is inside the covers here because I'm not sure if it will be age friendly for everyone there. But
interesting read.
Yeah, it is. It looks very, very interesting. Honestly, the art style. I'm just flipping through these panels right now. The art style looks amazing.
Definitely. It is super good. It's very unique. And there's also something nostalgic to me personally about it because I actually used to live in the Inaka of Japan in a small village. And there are a lot of vibes here, like, you know, hot summer in the Inaka vibes, eating a watermelon with your friends. And like, despite all of the horrific stuff that's going on in the village, there's still like this sort of vibe of like, friends hanging out in a small village during summertime. And like, it's very, I don't want to say like, it does have an air of like realism to it that I think really immerses you. Like you really kind of believe it, you know?
Yeah.
But then you've got the spooky, scary stuff happening that's like, what am I looking at? I'm horrified right now. So I recommend you guys read it.
Yeah, I've just turned to a panel and I think I can show this on YouTube, but I just wanna show you guys the kind of experience I'm getting right now out of context. So I just turned to a random panel and all I see is an arm penetrating one of the boys, being stabbed in the stomach, cuts to this Junji Ito eldritch horror kind of panel. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, and then it's just the boys freaking out over literally being penetrated by a hand in the stomach.
Oh, I'm cool, like, my hands in my friend's tummy, nice.
I'm like, what's going on? How does this make sense in context? I'm so curious.
Yeah, it's something, all right. So this is what you guys chose, and honestly, I think it's deserving of the prize. I think it's really interesting. I don't see a lot of like. I feel like the concept of, oh yeah, this is my best friend who I love with all my heart. However, it's not them. There's like some kind of unspeakable horror instead inhabiting my best friend's body. But I love my best friend, so you know what? I think I'm gonna stick around with it. And then spooky things start happening. I think it's really intriguing and original. So I hope you guys will check it.
Yeah, I don't know how many boys love manga there are with just a horror twist, but this one, I've never read a piece of Junji Ito work and thought, you know what this needs? This needs some boys. This needs some boys making out in it. But I feel like that's the best description of what I just saw in there. So if you ever have had that thought and read a piece of Junji Ito work and just thought it needed some more, you know, a little bit more boy love in it, then go check it out.
Well described, because a lot of times, like, I lose interest when, like, love, romance, whether it be, like, BL, Yuri, or just straight romance, etc., is the forefront focus. I always like when it's, like, the subgenre. And in this case, it is the subgenre. So you get some of that, but then you've got, like, a really engaging story to pull you in, something like horror or adventure. That's always kind of what I kind of look for personally when I'm enjoying manga. So
yeah, exactly. All right.
Heck yeah. So,
and there is also another global award, which is the...
This is my favorite one.
Yeah, we talked about this before we started streaming. I can't wait to talk about this one.
This is, I think, my favorite manga I've read this year.
Right.
This is the Global Special Prize English Edition.
Yes.
Which means you English-speaking fans voted for this one, and I understand why you did, because this manga freaking bangs. All right, here we go.
All right. Crap! I just. I thought the staff members had already revealed it, so I was looking at them. So I was like, go, okay, go.
Go ahead and put it up. It's Gachiakta. Gachiakta. This manga is so dang good, I can't even contain myself. Oh my god.
Honestly, this manga bangs hard. Harder than those boys in the last manga, man.
Hold on a minute. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Hold on. No, he's just being himself.
I'm sorry. It slaps, okay? This is amazing. This is amazing. It's a good manga. Do you want to talk about this?
I do want to talk about Gachiakta. So This manga is basically, it takes place in this sort of like fantasy-esque dystopian alternate reality world, which is so dope, so cool. There are basically like different levels sort of to this area of the world. There's like the slums, there's like this higher up city, and then there's this place that's basically like the abyss trash. Pretty much. It's like the trash abyss, which is where they throw people that do things like murder people, etc. And the main character is this kid named Ludo, and basically he's an orphan. His parents were murderers. They got exiled, so he has a foster parent who takes care of him. No one really likes him because his parents were murderers, etc. And this isn't spoilers because this stuff happens like pretty much immediately. He gets framed for a murder. What murder? I won't say because I want you guys to read this manga, but he gets framed for a murder and gets sentenced down to the trash abyss, which is awesome. So much fun. Great. And this poor kid has so many trust issues, and I don't think I've seen him smile once in the first volume, which I love, because I love dark, edgy, like, main characters who are kind of like a little kusogaki, like this kid.
Yeah.
And
look at this art style. I just like this.
The art is so good.
Oh my god.
I
love the art style so much. It's just got. It's like. It's not. I wouldn't call it edgy, right? Because it's just.
It's a little grungy.
It's
like
gritty.
Style.
It's gritty. It's dark. It's just the perfect kind of art style to encapsulate this world, which is just one of the most metal worlds I've read, I think, recently.
I mean, it's like you enter this world of trash, but it's cool trash because people make weapons out of trash.
Yeah.
And use them, and it's the coolest stuff in the world. And there are these trash. Just read the manga. I can't.
I got you. There are these trash. Okay, so the main character gets put into this like trash heap, and then for some reason the trash just becomes alive, right? And I'm just like, what am I reading? Why is the trash alive? And so there are these kind of like trash dinosaurs that get formed.
Yeah.
I'm getting somewhere with this. Don't worry. So there are these trash dinosaurs that get formed, and just as the kid's about to get killed, someone comes to save him with an umbrella with blades in it, and I'm like, this is amazing. This is amazing. Why did a random man with an umbrella with blades on it just kill a trash dinosaur? I don't know what I'm reading, but this is absolutely amazing. Let me see if I can find that panel.
Dang good, you guys. And there's something about the art style where it's like, I can see almost why like it was chosen as like the English edition Global Prize Award, why a lot of people speaking English like it, because there is a really kind of distinct Western sort of cartoony influence in the art style, which is my jam. 5,000,000%. I'm so obsessed with the art that like I just stare at the panels, like not even reading the dialogue. I'm like, yes.
It is so good.
Some of the faces in this manga, some of the expressions, I like screen capped on my phone because they're just the funniest reaction images ever. Some of the crazy, intense, like, shonen faces these dudes make.
Oh, this is definitely going to get an anime, and it's going to... I think this is going to be one of those anime that, like, one of the big studio picks up.
Trigger, please.
You know?
Trigger.
This,
Studio
oh my
Trigger,
god, this
please.
animated by Studio Trigger? Holy crap.
God, I'd cry.
I've never wanted something so bad. Now that you've mentioned that, I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
This animated by Studio Trigger would be a match made in heaven.
Yeah, as I was reading it, I thought that and got goosebumps. I was like, oh, please, man.
Yeah. Honestly, like, it's got one of the most interesting... You know how you see a lot of anime and manga nowadays, and a lot of them seems like they have, like, kind of like the same world, the same formula. I mean, I'm the isekai man, so I can say this the best, I guess. But it was so refreshing just seeing a world that just didn't abide to any rules that you understood.
Right.
And you kind of just, like... It kind of just, like, threw you deep into this world and just kind of left you to your own devices. I don't know why there are trash monsters. I don't know why there's
cool.
Cool, though. I don't know why there are two societies, like the society that's like seen as like the heavenly people and the society that's seen as like the garbage dump people or whatever. It seems like there's been a lot of thought put into this world and there's so much to explore.
the trash people rule, by the way. And also for anyone like not completely sold, there's some hot ladies in this freaking manga that I love. I have husbands and wives already picked out in here. You guys gotta read it. So
incredible.
Good. There are 2 volumes in JP already, by the way.
Yeah, so I believe the author of this manga was a big fan of Soul Eater, but he also, or he or she, I'm not sure if it's a guy or a girl, they worked as an assistant for Fire Force as well. But I feel like they took what they learned from that job and just completely blew out of the park.
Yeah,
for this one.
Completely just like slayed it, and I can't wait to see where the story goes. Hey, do you know, let me test your Nihongo Jozu. What does gachiakta mean? It's on the screen in front of you. You can cheat if you want. You can cheat if you want.
I was gonna say guess something with trash.
Correct.
Wait, it's funny because the camera is just blocking the answer for the for the answer, but the title, I have the slides right here. The title means real. These just sound like trash taste spin-offs. Okay, get ready for this. The title means real trash or legit garbage.
I like legit garbage the best.
Legit garbage.
What's your favorite manga, Calliope? Legit garbage. What's your favorite?
That just sounds like a misnomer. It's like, oh wow, you're a fan of legit garbage? Really?
Yeah,
really?
Man.
You like legit garbage? Okay, I see. Well, your manga taste must be real trash then, you know.
God, I freaking love it so much. It's really great. And so yeah, it's in the Weekly Shonen magazine starting from May 2022. So this is kind of hot off the presses, you guys. Like straight up, like this is new stuff. And if I may be so bold as to make a prediction, I think this is really going to pop off. Like, I think it's going to get big.
Oh, you heard it here first.
You can clip me here saying it, but I really think it is.
When this gets a trigger anime, you know who called it. You know who called it.
It's me. We'll see. We'll see a couple years from now. Who knows? But I don't know. Fingers crossed because it deserves it. It's so awesome.
Yeah, I want this to get released in English as soon as possible so I can read more chapters at a faster pace.
Heck yeah. All right. So I guess that's
all of the awards, but it's not over yet because obviously we want to shout out Daddy Bookwalker once again. So, do you want to read the top part of this?
Sure thing, you betcha. So what is Bookwalker, you guys? Well, Bookwalker is one of the most popular, in all caps, because it's true, ebook stores for English manga and light novels, with over 24,000 books on their platform. And the app is available in iOS, Android, and PC. I use the app. To read Bookwalker. So you can read on the go and support original creators by reading manga provided by Japanese publishers.
Yeah, and if you're watching on Twitch right now, then you can type in !manga to see all the nominees and all the winners and all of the ones that are available in Bookwalker as well.
Correct. And if you're watching on YouTube, click the link in the description below on YouTube, and you can also do the same there.
Yes. And I guess next we'll be talking about some of the manga that were nominated, unfortunately didn't win any awards, that you can actually find on Bookwalker. And I think there are some real hidden gems here. And I'm not just saying that because Bookwalker are paying us or anything like that. But there are genuinely, having read all of these manga, I feel like some manga genuinely deserved an award. Maybe even more so than some of the winners who won.
Right.
Obviously, we didn't pick who won because you guys voted.
Exactly. That's on you guys.
Yeah, I have like a few favorites here that didn't win any awards and that I'm a bit salty about.
Yeah, understandable. I guess we better show some of them, yeah? Here we go. That's okay. There we go. Arama. Okay, first up, what do we got here? Oh, you mentioned Medalist, yeah?
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, we've already talked about that one.
We have talked about
I've talked about that one enough. Read it. That's my top pick this awards.
I guess I'll go ahead and take the cute raccoon-looking dog cat animal one over here called With You and the Rain. This one is cute. So basically, The summary here is one evening while walking home in the rain, there's this lady who finds this animal in a box. It's just kind of like waiting to be adopted. Like sometimes you see those boxes like out on the corner and they got animals inside of it. Well, she finds this little animal thing, raccoon, dog, cat, fox, animal, tanuki thing. And in fact, the raccoon, tanuki, dog, animal, cat thing tells the woman that he wants to be adopted by writing the words on the box itself. And so basically, she is convinced that this new pet is a dog and brings the animal home and they begin their peaceful new life together. He really is a dog, right? Is this a dog? Is this
I like how this manga is just like, that's a weird looking dog you have there, you know? I think that is literally like the synopsis of the manga.
I mean, I feel like the general plot that is given itself doesn't quite emphasize how cozy this manga is.
Yeah, I'm looking at the panels and this looks like the panels are massive. The panels are massive. This is looking like a real cozy manga.
If you like
right
cute
here.
animals in manga, regardless of whether they be raccoons, dogs, tanuki, cats, etc., pick this up because it is cozy and cute and fun to read while in bed on a rainy day when it's raining with a cup of tea, and you can just submerge yourself in the cuteness that is the adorable relationship between this lady and the other people surrounding her in her life and the cute little raccoon friend that they make, who is just the cutest little adorable, somehow knows how to speak or write animal
What the
character.
dog doing?
What
the dog doing?
He's writing on the cardboard. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I was surprised by like how quickly I fell in love with this little raccoon thing.
Right. And the next one, I guess, is the English name is underneath the camera. Do you want to read it out for me, Callie?
My wife has no emotion.
Okay. There it is. It's
What
My
is
Wife Has No Emotion, aka I Married a Kudere. I made that up. Okay, so
I mean, well, accurate.
I mean that's basically what this manga is, where it's like a sci-fi kind of slice of life romance manga, kind of like it's kind of similar to that movie Her, I guess, except the AI has even less personality because so in this world robots exist, right? And androids exist. Except in this world, androids are seen as literal appliances. So they're not like, you know, given human rights or anything like that. It's more of just these robots were built for a specific purpose. And in this specific case, the wife, this girl, was built as a housekeeper, a housewife, basically.
Oh, okay, so real future.
Yeah, real
So
future.
what the future really is going to become.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
And so this guy basically just falls in love with his vacuum cleaner. That's kind of how it's seen in the world, right?
Right.
Where she's seen as an appliance, so it's basically kind of like the same social structure as a guy marrying a vacuum cleaner that has googly eyes on it, I guess.
Oh, I see. But does she really not have any emotion? Or is that like a plot
Well, here's
point
the twist. Maybe.
All right. Well,
Maybe
I
she
mean, I can
learns.
kinda see-
Maybe she learns slowly what humans' emotions are. What are these things I'm feeling? Are these emotions feeling?
No, Chad.
There must be
please.
something wrong with me. Okay, I'm sorry.
Garnt, I don't think vacuum cleaner was the right idea.
Hey. I just said vacuum cleaner because it was a house appliance. I'm not making this weird. You guys are making this weird.
All right, I'm just saying, man. You gotta watch.
Oh my god.
You just gotta watch. How about a dishwasher?
Okay, a dishwasher.
I mean,
Okay.
technically, you could, like, if you were, like, really had a roundabout way of thinking about a dishwasher, anything could be made to be just a tad bit perverted. So we're gonna move right along onto the next.
Let's move along.
recommendations. All right, let's see what we got here. So the next up is, oh boy, I'm excited about this one. Okay,
Yeah, same here.
I'm in love with the villainess.
Ooh.
So what do you guys think that this is about? Because because
honestly,
this is so cool.
I'll be honest. Okay, I'll be honest. I glanced at the title and I'm like, that's already an anime. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's that's another villainous anime. That's another villainous show I'm thinking about.
Oh man, no, this is good. This is really good, and I just hear me out. So here's the plot to this. So there's this chick. Her name is Ray, and she's an ordinary office worker, and she's worked to death by society and whatnot. And suddenly, guess what? You'll be excited about this. Isekai. Okay. Isekai.
I'm interested.
Man, all right, so now he's
Go
interested.
on.
So here's the deal. Here's the deal, though. So Ray has this favorite sort of like otome game that she's into called Revolution, but in that game there are three bachelors that you can try and win over. Okay, in that game, so she gets isekai'd into that game as the main character. But here's the deal. She's not interested in any of those dudes. She wants to go after the main villainess. Named Claire Francois. And so she uses her knowledge of the game's events that are yet to come and try to give her a happy ending before the coming revolution destroys any chance of it happening.
Right.
So I read the synopsis and I was like, yeah, I'm reading this. This is good.
I mean, you sold me at Isekai. What can I say?
It just looks so cute, and it's an interesting twist, to be like, these guys aren't doing it for me, but how about this cute villain girl, though, and trying to change the course of the story in order to, win her heart and give her the happiness that she deserves, I
like this first panel where it shows the video game that they're referring to. It's played on the TS4, everyone. The TS4. Well,
yeah.
That's won the consoles war.
Oh boy.
But I'm excited to talk about this next manga though.
What's this?
This one was my favorite out of the ones that didn't get any awards or anything like that.
Okay.
This one is Die Dark. And if you have read Dorohedoro, you should probably be really interested in this one because it's from the same author and it's kind of got that same insane world that makes absolutely no sense, but you keep reading on to figure out what the rules of this world are.
Yeah, the way you described it to me was Mad Max in space.
That's basically it. Because we were given the plot synopsis to read out for everyone to understand what the story is. I read it. I don't even really know what the story is about. Okay, if I have to go on the top of my head, it's kind of like Mad Max in space. The main character carries around a backpack that's a skeleton that turns into a real talking skeleton and he also has a cloak that has superpowers and his bones can grant any wish to anyone, so everyone's trying to kill him, and then they go to the home planet and the home planet is in the middle of a black hole, and I'm just like, I am making no sense right now. I'm making zero sense.
Yes,
but that's kind of like the world that it inhabits. What I love is that all of this person's work takes place in the most insane world, and they chuck you straight in and they just leave it to you to figure everything out on your own. There's no exposition. You just kind of get a feel for how this world works and what the rules are, and then somehow it you read enough and it just starts making sense. And I don't know how it starts making sense, but in all this chaos, somehow they found a way to make this chaos make sense.
That sounds like my kind of story because I love skeletons, most specifically.
Oh, you'd love this. I believe there's a character that is literally death in this one.
Oh my gosh, now I have to check it out. I gotta see every representation of myself in every piece of media, so I guess I'm reading Die Dark later.
Exactly.
So I can read it.
Yeah, highly recommend this one. This is, again, insane arc, very metal, it's very grungy, very metal. Highly recommend.
Perfect.
Yeah, if you read Dorohedoro, but was just like, what if Dorohedoro happened in space? This is your manga.
Cool, I'm checking it out. Let's go.
All right, and I guess the last one, which is the English. Can you read out the English name for me as well?
All right, sure. So the name of this one is I Think I Turned My Childhood Friend Into a Girl.
Yeah, that's basically what this manga is about.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, to give a quick plot synopsis, it's about a guy who is kind of like a aspiring makeup artist, but is, a little bit embarrassed to practice his makeup skills on girls and everything like that. So what he does is he asks his bro if he can practice makeup on him. And lo and behold, his makeup is so good that that he turns his bro into someone who looks like a really attractive girl. And then they kind of fall for each other. So it's kind of like the story of the straightest JoJo fans. That's basically it. What can I say?
I mean, that's an accurate way to describe, man. So you guys can check that out on Bookwalker as well if you would like.
Yes.
If you want, an interesting read. So give that one a check out. And let's see, I guess that's all for our recommended Bookwalker.
Yep.
Bookwalker books.
Yeah, and
so
that was all of the titles that we wanted to shout out and all of the winners. So we really hope you guys enjoyed this year's version of the Next Manga Award. Okay, now that we've wrapped everything up and we've announced all the winners, any final thoughts? Anything you really, really want to recommend?
Read Gachiakta.
Read Medalist. And actually read both of them. I've read both of them. They're both amazing. If you had to recommend three, out of the ones you read, which one would it be?
Let's see. Well, of course, Gachiakta is number one, and then Gachiakta Volume 2. and then reread Gachiakta 1. Okay, I'll be serious.
Gachiakta Volume 3 when that comes out. Yeah, okay.
I'm a little obsessed with it. I guess, okay, putting that one aside, I think I would really highly recommend, what was the one that out of all the winners? Let's see.
Just any of the three
any
that
of
you
the
read.
Ones that we mentioned.
Yeah.
Because I really loved I'm in Love with the Villainess.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I was surprised because I looked at the list. I was like, oh man, I think I forgot to read this one. Oh wait, I've read this one before. I really recommend that one highly because it's so cute. And then of course Witch Watch is a recommend for just anyone that wants something cute and fun and enjoyable for anyone of any age from anywhere in the world. I think anyone can enjoy a fun slice of life manga like that. So anyway.
Yeah, I mean Witch Works was the ones. Was it Witch Work?
Witch Watch.
Witch Watch. Sorry, Witch Watch was one of the ones I didn't read, so I'll definitely read that one.
Please check it out. It's good.
If I had to recommend three, definitely Medalist, like I've said. If I can't pick Gachiakta, since you picked it.
I mean, you can if you want.
I would, but again, Die Dark, also kind of dark fantasy, very metal. I love that world. I really thought Die Dark should have gotten an award, if I'm being honest, because that was my second favorite.
I can't wait to read it.
And then also Magie Lumiere as well, because I really liked that version of Magical Girls. And that was everything. Have you guys read any of the manga that we talked about? Did you guys vote in it?
I mean, I did see a lot of people mentioning, I saw some people having, some waifu wars in the chat, being Kana is better than Akane, and I'm like, what are you guys doing? You guys, they're from different manga. But everyone's so invested in some of these.
What I love about award shows is that no matter what, it could be the fairest award show in the world, there's still going to be some salt. And is that not why we watch award shows? For the salt, for the arguments. But yeah, like I said, keep an eye out of everything we've just mentioned because they're going to get anime, okay? I'm betting 75% of these manga are going to get anime.
Yeah.
So
it's 75 for sure.
Yeah. So if you wanna get ahead of the curve and act like that entitled manga fan, then now's your chance.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
True enough. By the way, all of you are wrong. Not Kana, not Akane, but Ryo from Gachiakta is my wife. So just so you guys know, you're all wrong. She's super hot. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. But you know what? Everyone's entitled to their own feelings. So go read all of them and have a bunch of waifu wars in the comment sections of videos. Please don't do that. But also do. Anyway, you put up a poll. Put up a poll. What? Wait, you guys.
Oh, wait. That's my mods, Callie. That's my mods.
What is happening? Come on now. I love it.
I'm sure your chat's nothing like this. Your chat's well behaved, right? I've just been looking at my chat through my.
Wrong, you uncultured swine.
I can't control my chat, but I'm sure you got your chat on lockdown.
Yeah, I have him on a tight leash. I'm not gonna put a poll up right now, but someday watch me do it after you all have read these manga. So anyway, with that being said, go check out Bookwalker, you guys. Thank you to Bookwalker for sponsoring today's stream. It was a blast. We love Bookwalker so much, and hope you guys do too, because it's convenient, easy to read. Easy to just pop up onto your iPad, your iPhone, your whatever, Android, whatever newfangled device, your walkie-talkie.
Your iFridge.
Your iFridge, Apple Watch, wherever
iVacuum cleaner.
Yeah, Jesus, not the vacuum cleaner cart, please. Please, the vacuum cleaner. By the way, you can click the link in the description below on YouTube to go check out Bookwalker. And if you're a new Bookwalker user, you can use the code CALLI, that's CALLI, to get around $5 off of your first purchase. So go check out Medalist, because you can't read Gachiakta on Bookwalker, so go check out Medalist.
And if you're watching on Twitch, as I said, !manga. And if you're watching on my VODs or my stream highlights, then just click the link in the description as well. So, and that was it. Thank you very much for joining me today. This has been such a more pleasant experience.
It was a blast.
Having you co-host me than last year.
Wait, really? I had
it's great. It's okay. I can trash on the boys.
No disrespect to the boys, but this was kind of a blast.
Check out the Real Trash podcast.
That's right. That's right.
The legit trash. Wait, what was it?
The legit trash.
The
legit garbage.
Legit garbage. That's my favorite translation.
So good.
I really hope that's the official translation.
Oh, please.
Of Gachiakta.
I beg. Someday I want, you know what? Maybe it's a bit of a pipe dream, but someday I want to see my name on like the cast list of legit garbage. Like, oh yeah, you just got your voice acting role in a brand new anime. What is it? Legit garbage.
Legit garbage.
Well, it can't be that bad. What's the name of this? What's the name? No, it's legit garbage, bro. Someday I'd cry. I mean, not that would ever happen, but I'd cry. I'm just in love with the manga, and I want Trigger to animate it. Anyway, just saying.
Anyway, thank you very much for joining us today. Hope you have a lovely evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you're watching this from. World. Yeah, and we'll see you all next time.
Yep. Catch you guys later, all right?
Bye.
Everyone go take care of yourselves and have a good one.
Bye.
And read lots of manga. Bye, everybody.
Do you want to hold this manga, Callie?
Yes, hold on. Just if you just push it over to. Hold on. I'm gonna do bye, and then just kind of. All right. If you want to.
All right. I'm gonna give this manga to her right now, guys. Bye.
Bye, everybody. See you later. Peace.